that presents a cunning threat to life, nor does this dangerous power of the abyss have any divine splendor. Faith in Christ forbids worship of the serpent. So then it talks about Gnosticism, but we're not going to read that right now. I'm not too interested in Gnosticism. It's kind of silly, but all right. So up here, if you want to pause it and look at what it's showing you here, it gives you an order how it appears in the Theological Dictionary of the New Testament by Gerard Kittle. Okay, so it says the serpent in antiquity. The serpent as an animal. Though snakes vary greatly among themselves in appearance, size, and poisonous quality, the word snake or serpent, ophis, serpent, nakash, etc., awakens among most varied peoples a series of essentially similar ideas. First, as a creeping animal without limbs, it is different from man, and alien to him in a special way. It is a child of the earth. As it glides out unexpectedly from holes and caves between leaves and foliage, it also disappears again thither, apparently into the very earth itself. Then it has a distinctive and often hypnotic stare. Curin amecoron vatistem. Okay, can't read Latin, so ask Horace, or whatever language that is up there. Especially noted too is the fact that it sloughs its skin and therewith becomes new again. The strange nature of its relatively fast forward movement also causes much surprise and leads to comparisons. If not all snakes are poisonous, the concept of the snake awakens the idea of poison and of what is hostile to life. This is emphasized by the mentioning of specially poisonous snakes. Widespread, too, is the idea of the cunning and malice of snakes, as indicated in the expression to nourish a snake in one's bosoms, related proverbs, and many phrases, for the snake is not an animal which one can engage in open combat, like, for example, the lion. It fights with poison from concealment, and its silent, gliding, and creeping movement strengthens the impression of malice and subtlety. All these elements combine in a primitive feeling towards the animal which is common to mankind. The snake is the sinister and peculiar animal. The sense of menace and malignity does not apply to the non-poisonous house snake, which is almost a domestic pet. So I'm going to scan over this so you can pause and read it if you would like. I'm not sure how easy that would be, but just in case, I've already read that and I don't really find it too supporting of what I want to tell y'all right this second. So, but we can see that it's talking about Aesculapius again, which is the serpent god who had healing power. So the god of healing power, whose constant attribute is the snake. So, all right, so I'm going to go on to reading right here. The serpent as the animal of life. If in such context a serpent is no longer hostile but simply belongs to the earth, it is given a wholly positive aspect by its association with the sources of the earth which are so important to life, and also with the treasures of the underworld. From this it is but a step to the serpent as the symbol of fertility. In the Greek mysteries, it then becomes a phallic symbol, so that actually means penis. Sorry if that sounds offensive or crude. So, related is its appearance in birth legends. The serpent thus comes to be connected with the sphere of life. The sloughing of its skin denotes rejuvenation and renewal. Hence, in the Orient and in Egypt, it becomes the Lord of life. In Greece, the healing serpent represents the god in incubation dreams, and elsewhere too, its appearing denotes the coming of the divine. The serpent itself is then regarded and worshipped as divine. Thus we find the serpent deity Sakan in Babylon, which has a cult in Dur and was mentioned in Os. In Egyptian superstition, we find a snake goddess. Before the union of the kingdoms, Buto was the deity of Lower Egypt. Philo of Byblos quotes Sankuniathon, and there's a Greek phrase. This is couched in Egyptian terms, for the Egyptians spoke of the scorching breath of the serpent. Hence, the serpent became for them a symbol of the fiery eye of Horus. In many places, a domestic snake is venerated. Snakes were kept in the temples in Babylon and Egypt, and later every house or temple by the Nile had its snake. We read of Rome, and then we see a Latin phrase, the worship of Zeus and Zeus under the form of serpents, also that of the sons of Zeus, goes back to the cult of the domestic god and may finally have its roots in the Minoan period. Finally, reference should be made to the primeval Egyptian and Neph, snake Neph. In Orphic cosmology, the serpent plays a similar role. Echoes are heard right on into the literature of magic. Summary. This is very interesting, and I said it's interesting the DNA, how the symbol has come to represent, and Samek is the some people say it looks like the Ouroboros, the snake bite in its tail, which is a Hebrew letter, but zero and cipher, Zoroaster, a seed, the sun symbol, the Cadusa circle, a serpent symbol, and the medical symbol. So just some things that might be interesting to you to see analogies here. Summary. The circle of the serpent's symbol is thus complete, which the circle is a serpent symbol, so that's funny that they said that. It leads from the serpent of primal chaos to the primal serpent. The duality of the symbol is hereby revealed. In the last analysis, this is the duality of nature itself as symbolized by the earth. Nature gives birth to life, but also swallows it up again. The twofold character of the serpent as power of primal chaos and primal power cannot be explained simply in terms of the distinction between poisonous snakes and non-poisonous, for it is the serpent's power to kill, its alien character, the total otherness of its appearance, its sinister quality, which gives it such a predominant role in the world of religions. In the light of the Old Testament and New Testament, however, the elevation of this cunning, earthbound, harmful creature, which is so different from man, into a radiant symbol of the divine, is a sinister indication of the confused intermingling of God and the devil. So interesting. And I'll read on and share some more with y'all. This is the Theological Dictionary of the New Testament by Gerard Kittle. So it gives you this name here, but Gerard Kittle is usually the one who's identified with it. So, all right, thanks for watching. See you on the next video.